Alright, hello and welcome to our Zerg vs. Zerg StarCraft 2 cast. It's going to be Yerg versus Putt Putt. So, Devin, alongside me once again, my main StarCraft 2 caster. How you doing, Matt?
Doing pretty good. Looking forward to the Zerg vs. Zerg match. I mean, you don't really see too many Z vs. Zs in StarCraft 2, really, and on this small of a map, which is blistering sand.
Yep, and you're going to be that dark purple, while we have Putt Putt on the light pink. So, the standard Zerg, are we going to see any, like, obviously not going to see any 7 pools or anything, but is there going to be any big rushes out of either one?
I don't expect it. I mean, because it's really hit or miss with the big rushes. I mean, if you fail with the big rush, early rush, I mean, you're really down in the hole and really hard to bounce back off of.
Yeah, it seems both not really going early spawning pool. They're going to wait their turn. They're not going to rush any Zerglings. Not sure how that fares versus Zerg versus Zerg. I don't usually play against or as Zerg a lot, so both pumping out those overlords. You know what I'd like to see is a lot of roach warfare. They're probably my favorite units. The roaches are, just because of how much they can tank. Also, I'd like to see some banelings come into play. What about you, Devin?
Roaches are definitely a great unit as a Zerg. I mean, they're kind of sort of like a tank. I mean, they can tank. They can usually tank a good amount. As I am noticing Putt Putt put down the gas before his spawning pool, I noticed, but instead, Yerg has decided to put down that spawning pool before gas, so it should be interesting to see how Putt Putt decides to put this down, as he is putting down that spawning pool just a little bit later than Yerg has.
Yeah, he might go for a fast layer, but none of them, surprisingly, are expanding it. You know, when you usually see Zerg vs. Zerg, you expect really fast expansions, like as soon as the spawning pool goes up. But right now, it doesn't seem like either one of them is trying to do just that. And now we have Putt Putt moving around in Yerg's base, and Yerg also moving around in Putt Putt's base, just microing all around. Putt Putt is going to set up. Nope, he's not going to set up on the extractor. He's just going to run around, scout as much as possible, seize the spawning pool. But both basically doing the same build, so nothing new. Just go in that spawning pool after the extractor comes up. So, Devin, do you think Hydralisks are also going to come into this game since the extractor went up so early?
I mean, he might decide to put out Hydras, and he might decide to do something else. I mean, it's hard to tell. It's really early game here for Putt Putt, so it could be interesting. I mean, it could go either way, but he is researching Metabolic Boost early before he even got 2 lings out, but he now has 2 lings out. But he did research that Metabolic Boost, I believe, before Zerg has, so that could come into a play with those faster lings. I mean, you never know. Both have queens out now, I believe, as they are both putting out that spawning extra larva out, which is always a huge help here for Zerg.
Yeah, you can never have enough larva for Zerg, and I think that's a great new thing for Zerg in StarCraft 2. I really like it. But also, you gotta be wondering, with those boost on the Zerglings, you know, they make them a much bigger threat to possibly getting to the drones. But it doesn't seem like Putt Putt's really pumping them out that fast. Just kind of putting 2 up every now and then. But he does have 6 up. He managed to get 6 up. Now trying to make a push towards Yerg, maybe, or maybe just a couple of harassed. Saw that he got on the Zelnaga, and Putt Putt's going to be able to take down that one Zergling with ease. And so a little bit of map control coming out early for Putt Putt, but also if you see, Yerg really tried to go for map control with that Zergling on the Zelnaga. Is map control that important when you're playing a Zerg?
It might be bigger considering if you're gonna, depending on what your, I mean, you'd love to see if they're gonna attack or not, as Putt Putt does have those upgraded lings with the Metabolic Boost. So this could be a little bit of a harassment here from Putt Putt, as he definitely has more lings than Yerg does, it looks like. But he is getting more lings out, so I mean, he might be able to defend this off, he might not be able to. It's definitely a huge harassment coming from Putt Putt.
Yep, did some pretty good damage, took out a lot of those Zergs. Oh, and Yerg with the Baneling Nest, didn't even see it go up. But now Banelings are going to start coming into play. This could be bad for Putt Putt, as he is spawning up 3 Banelings right next to his hatchery there, and also moving out those Zerglings. And as you can see, Putt Putt's Zerglings are just chilling on his expansion, just waiting for him to push. But oh, Putt Putt going in, but oh, the Baneling takes about 4. 1 Baneling for 4 Zerglings, and that's pretty freaking good against those Zerglings. Trying to push now, but so the Banelings coming into play, very nice. I love seeing Banelings play. It's definitely a very good strategy to go Banelings. Have Have you ever seen a Zerg beat another Zerg with banelings? I mean, is it gonna work?
It might work, depends what he have. Those roaches can tank banelings pretty well. As you notice, Puppa in his base is putting down a spine crawler and a spire as well. So he does have air coming out here, and it looks like, I do believe, does not have. Yurg has nothing in his base really to take in air besides the queen, and that could go down quickly to either or.
And those Zerglings just pushing out, blowing up those banelings, a pretty good idea, because he doesn't really want the banelings doing a lot of damage to his hatchery. And oh, can he take those banelings? Nope, couldn't take down the banelings, but there's a spine crawler, and that's not good for the banelings. But in my opinion, Puppa doing a great job of harassing those banelings and actually destroying the banelings before they get too close to his base. And once again, Puppa is doing an amazing micro with the Zergling. Both have the boost at the moment. And really, with those Zergling boosts, I really don't think banelings are going to be what takes this one home. Devin.
Yeah, Puppa has 2 queens out now, so he's definitely going to be pushing out more units, as it looks like, as he might try to expand here pretty soon. It would not be a bad idea at all. But those spine crawlers definitely were helping, as he does have 3 muties out. So that's definitely going to help a lot.
Yeah, those muties coming into play is pretty odd. He definitely doesn't know they're coming, so they should be able to dish out a lot of damage, especially to those banelings, and actually probably get even some team kills. Not sure if banelings do team kills. Not a big Zerg player myself, but that would be pretty cool if they did. And now the muties just going to work on those banelings, and now these mutilists should be able to harass his base. The only thing he's got to prevent any real air is his queen. And look at this, Devin, the mutilist push. I think he's going to take out a lot of drones here. He is going that spore crawler behind his mine line, but I don't think it's going to be good enough.
It looks like he's definitely going to push in with these 4 muties here, with lings on that as well. He pulled off, but he's going to be putting up a spine. But I don't know if that's going to be soon enough. Looks like he is going to, yes, he is going to lose that queen now. And just look at this. Nothing he can really do. As he is putting down that hydrophilic hit, but it's not going to be out in time. It looks like he's going to lose most of his drones to this muties. And the mutilist was just a great idea, as he does have 2 spore crawlers up in. These are going to get hit by those, but just great damage here.
Yeah, those mutilists just harassing his base so much, and Yurg is going to have the toughest time rebuilding from this. Those muties just doing work on his hatchery. He's got to get some anti-air besides that spore crawler. That's the only thing. Look, he's got no drones on his main minerals. I don't know how this is going to work, Devin. Can Yurg pull it back, or are the mutilists going to be able to run his base?
I think he's just going to keep making those muties, and it's definitely is what's going to help him here. It looks like he is going to be putting out just a couple more lings here to hold off against these lings. It looks like we're pushing towards him, but those muties are just going to keep those lings from running around and pretty much kind of trying to stick him off his base while he tries to rebuild, but I don't think it's going to be enough. He destroyed all of his supply line, and Yurg does have three hydras out, but I just don't think it's enough.
Hydras are definitely the counter for Mutilists, but the way he's playing those Zerglings right now, he tried to get the expansion that Putt just put up, so Putt's expansion hurting pretty badly, but with the Mutilist watch, it should be fine. And I like how Putt moved his queen from his first and put it on the second, so he can spawn up the larva and get a bunch of drones just pumping out. You definitely need drones on expansion. And here comes the Zergling push. He's making those Mutilists turn around, so maybe if he can use a distractor here, this might end up being closer than we think. Those Mutilists have to take down those Zerglings before they do any damage to their base. Baneling's going up, but that's down. And now the Mutilists can just destroy these Zerglings with ease. Had to run away from the Spine Crawler. And both Spine Crawlers just destroying your Zerglings. And when you look at his base... I'm sorry, go ahead.
Oh, go ahead. I was just going to mention those Spine Crawlers. How much range they have on them is just ridiculous. And Putt did just put down a Baneling nut. So is it going to be like something going back and forth here, Rip?
I'm not sure. He only has 3 Hydras. Look how many drones he has. He only has 10 compared to Putt's 35. This Mutilist rush, in my opinion, should do it. 3 Hydralists and a Queen versus 9 Mutilists. So, in my opinion, this is about GG, but we're going to have to see if he can micro those Hydras well enough. He's going to push in right about now, and I really don't see this going in Yurg's way, Devin.
Most definitely not. The Mutilist rush at the start is what hurt him, and there goes Yurg calling the GG. So, really, great play out of Putt, deciding to put that Spire up quick and getting that rush in.
Yeah, it was a very good game, and also, Stick around. We're going to be going map 2, still Zerg versus Zerg. So thanks for joining.